Hi, this is Ted Demopoulos, and I'm going to talk about 5 good reasons to consult. The first reason to consult is the ability to choose meaningful work that's well suited for you. And in consulting, when times are good, and every business in the economy has up and down cycles, but when times are good, and they're good now, you have a lot of choice in what work you do, certainly far more than a full-time employee. For example, a friend of mine, full-time employee, they loved their job, then all of a sudden they were put on a project, something with GDPR compliant, General Data Protection Regulations from Europe, and they found it horribly boring. But they were told to do it, they were happy to do it for a while, but it just dragged on for a while. They ended up leaving and going to another job. Now, as a consultant, I don't find GDPR to be interesting, and although there's a lot of work there, I'm not going to do it. Right? I can choose things that are meaningful to me, that I think make a difference, and that are well suited to me. Second reason, and this is a big reason for me for consulting, is freedom. Certainly as a consultant, you have a lot more freedom than as a full-time employee. So this week I'm working from the beach. I'm in Scarborough, Maine, and although as an employee, sometimes you may be able to work remotely, and that may or may not be good depending on whether it's suited to you. As a consultant, you have a lot of control, and I choose to work from the beach a lot. Now, I also like to travel. I love traveling. I'm looking forward to being in Munich and in Amsterdam a little later this month. I'm going to have a great time. I've chosen to travel. As a consultant, I have that freedom. When my kids were younger, and I didn't want to travel, I traveled very little. I certainly have more freedom, and you will have more freedom if you are a consultant as compared to an employee or someone with a long-term contract somewhere. Third reason, money. Now, money's not the biggest reason for most people, but money matters. I've got 2 kids in expensive schools right now, and my first year as a consultant, I doubled my income. Now, my goal as a consultant has never been to maximize income at all costs. I don't just chase money, but as an employee, you have a salary. You may or may not get a bonus, but there's an upper cap. As a consultant, there isn't. And a lot of consultants do make a lot of money. A fourth reason to consult. Many people consider themselves entrepreneurs or have an entrepreneurial urge. And being an entrepreneur is not for everyone, although it is seen as exciting and sexy by many people. Well, consulting is an easy way to dip your toes into being an entrepreneur. Now, not all consultants are entrepreneurs, and not all entrepreneurs should be consultants or are made up for it, but it's an easy way to start as an entrepreneur. The fifth reason, and this is a big one, is simply because you want to consult. You want to do it. You want to try it. When I started consulting in 1990, it was something I had to try. I had to check it out. Didn't know if it was going to work for me. Maybe I would have consulted for 2 months and I didn't like it, or I wasn't successful and got a full-time job. But the experience probably would have been good. I just had to do it. Now, it turns out full-time consulting was a great choice for me, and I've done it for a long time. Analog. A friend of mine went skydiving last year. Just a few months ago. They'd been looking forward to skydiving for a long time. They hated it. They hated every part. They hated the training. They hated getting in the plane and going up. It wasn't exciting to them. It was terrifying. They will never, ever do it again. But they're glad they did it. They're glad they did it. Just like a friend of mine tried consulting about 3 months ago. She lasted about 6 weeks. She was successful. She found work, but she found she didn't like consulting, but she's glad she did it. I had to consult. I had to try it. So that's a good reason, just because you want to do it. So this is Ted Demopoulos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For more information on consulting, click on the link down there in the description, and I'll see you next time. Thanks and goodbye.